Hey there and welcome back. I am always looking for solutions to problems that I have, and I think I found a neat one. Let's take a look at it. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know that I hate batteries and I put ultra capacitors into a lot of my cars, but some cars, they need to have a regular battery, and for those cars, almost all of them, I have put this style of cutoff switch on. I've also tried solid state versions of cutoff switches, which I can put a switch inside the car that turns it on and off. Haven't had a lot of great luck with those, but I just found this product, and I don't think it's new. I think it's been out for a long time, but I just found it when I was looking at other cutoff switches, and this one happened to be cheaper, so I took a look at it. I believe these are used in a lot of police vehicles and ambulances, and it has some really cool features that I haven't seen in other cutoff switches. So let's open the box and take a look at it. Okay, I've never seen one of these before. Looks like I'm going to have to cut it out of the packaging, and it is bigger than I thought it would be also. Here's what came in the box. Obviously the solenoid, and then it has this wire that you're going to connect up that will let it have some power while it's disconnected the rest of the car. Came with a rubber band so that you can attach it to your battery, and I thought this was a little wrench, but I had to look in the manual. This actually will slip onto the clamp of the battery, and then it gives you a terminal that you can connect this wire to. So let's get it installed on the Porsche, and then I'll show you some of the cool features that this has. First, I need to get these clamps off of here. Now let's try to slip the rubber band around the battery to attach it. So I am really impressed that it's a strong rubber band, but how is that going to hold up over time? At this point, it's okay to connect all of the cables back up. So this will now connect to the battery up here. The positive cable from the car will connect to this, and then I can put the ground back on. I will take my other disconnect off. Okay, it looks like I have a worst case scenario here. Normally you connect this up to here, and this terminal is meant to slide in to the nut on the battery terminal, but these Porsches use a smaller battery terminal than normal. This would slide very nicely over a regular one, so I'm going to have to put my cutoff switch back on. That way it gives me a good place to slide this terminal in and then tighten it down. Okay, now I just want to slip this terminal on like that, and then I'll tighten the nut down. I'm going to bend this over, and now I can connect the wire up from here to here. Okay, we can hear it making noise when I connect that ground cable up. I have everything installed, and I will need a battery terminal cover on this connection here so that this doesn't jump up and touch the hood. But let's test everything, make sure that this works before I slip that on. So let's see that the car will start up like normal. We do have power. Things are turning on. So let's start the car up. Okay, car starts, runs. Everything is like normal. And if everything's good, your car will always be on like that. Let's test out how this works by leaving the headlights on. So I'll flip that up. On this car, it won't really let you leave your headlights on. If you turn the ignition off, it turns the headlights off. So I will leave the ignition on as well. And let's let it sit and wait till the battery drains enough that it clicks off. That didn't take too long. You heard the solenoid start to move, and then the headlights turned off. So now there is no power going to the car. So we're back in the car. The ignition is still on. No power to anything. And what this is supposed to do is disconnect your battery, leaving you enough power to restart your car. And the way that you're supposed to be able to trigger it on is just by turning on some loads. So we could maybe turn on the blower fan. We could maybe hit the brake lights. Let's try that. Tap the brake lights a few times. Okay, that wasn't enough to do it. Let's cycle the fan, see if that one does it. Again, I have never used one of these. Let's try turning the headlights off. Okay, I hear it running. It's turning the car back on for us. Now let's see if we can start it. And we had enough power to start the car back up. Now if we drive down the road, it should charge the car back up, and we never have to worry about a dead battery that won't be charged up enough that we can start this car up again. So that means I can let this car sit for as long as I want. I can come back and I should be able to start the car up. That's pretty cool. One of the main reasons I wanted a battery cutoff like this for this particular car is that this has a modern radio, so there is a draw all the time. And there is no external hood latch, so if I want to open the hood, I have to go and hit the release, which is inside the car, then walk back out here, open up the hood, or I have to park it with the hood open all the time like you saw me doing. So this is going to be a much better solution. I can just pull it in the garage, let it sit, I'll be able to start it. If the battery gets drained, I can trigger the cutoff to turn back on, and then I can start the car and pull out without having to mess with anything under the hood. That's going to be it for today. One thing I did not like is that I had to try a few different things to trigger the solenoid to turn back on. It was the headlights that did it on this car, but I will be trying this out in some more of my vehicles. So if you want to see more videos like this, comment below and click subscribe.